Antoine, very nice to see you again.
Good morning, Vivina. Thank you.
I was wondering, here we are in Africa. You have been here for a very long time. We have been following your progress and your successes over a number of years now. What do you think makes a successful fund manager in Africa over the long term? How do you keep investors like us happy?
Yeah, it's a big question, obviously, Vivina. It's our daily obsession, obviously, to please LPs. So how do you please LPs? Performance is what matters, obviously. How do you get the performance over time is a real issue. I would say three factors. The first one is team. It's about people. It's a business about people. So you need to have a team where people are happy working with each other. You need to have a team where you really add something. Everyone has its own perspective, its own personality, but the group adds more. The second aspect is probably strategy. You need to have a continued strategy. You need to pursue your goal, your mission. And in that sense, I think that you have many strategies. Each of them has its own merits. What is important is that there is a good fit between your team and the strategy. And third, obviously, I would say that you need to have a good context. And in that sense, we are very happy in Africa because the continent and all the countries where we operate have situations where we really need private equity.
And how does private equity help Africa? And you say, you have to have a good strategy. What is your strategy, and why do you think that your strategy is the one that helps Africa most?
Yes, Adenia is about transmission. It's about succession. So we are not doing to buy shares. We are trying to buy companies. So in 95% of the cases, we are a majority shareholder. What we want is, to come up with solution to anyone like a founder who is 70, 75. He has founded the business 40 years ago. He doesn't have a kid interested in the business, or he doesn't have a clear succession. What are his options? Very frankly, in African markets, the business communities are quite small. So it's difficult for a founder of a business to talk to his neighbors, to his clients, to his competitors about selling his business. So you need someone who can come up with a solution. And Adenia is offering a solution. And in most cases, people are very happy to talk to us because we do not come with a risk for them. We are quite neutral in their business community.
Right. So, Sarona, as you know, invests in a number of funds across the continent. And you are very right. One of the most important things in ensuring the success of a GP is performance, no doubt about it. But there is a lot of other softer issues, both in terms in how you deal with the investee companies and in how you communicate and are transparent with your investors and LPs. How do you sort of straddle that gap?
Well, I think it's probably part of the performance, but it is true that communicate with our investees. For us, at Adenia, it's a daily thing, because obviously as a majority shareholder, we do have to talk to them every day, almost every day. So it's it's a deep solidarity between the CEO or the management team, who usually is a small partner in the business in terms of ownership, and Adenia. And this deep solidarity, it's about we share the same interest in terms of performance, obviously about the exit, because all the time we are talking without any taboo about the exit at the end of our project. which makes a couple of years, 4 to 6 years, generally speaking. And this is very important for us, that there is no issue with the management in our exit, and that they also have an interest in that.
So, alignment of interest, always very important. It is a partnership. It's a partnership between you and your LPs. It's a partnership between you and your companies. And then at the end, if all of that has been working as expected, everybody's going to be satisfied with the result. Now, in Africa, we are seeing this trend actually going from smaller deals to bigger deals. You have been in the continent for a long time. You have always been focusing on adding value and growing smaller companies and make them successful. How do you see what is happening and how the private equity industry is maturing in the continent?
Well, we see lots of interesting and attractive deals in the small and medium size, which is typically companies between 5 and 35 million euro turnover is what we are looking for. We like this size of companies, first because there are so many, and very attractive, and very often they have been founded a long time ago, and they have something special in their business. The second is that usually this size of companies, you can see a lot of potential for improvements. So we think, and we are very happy in this space, we think that for the smaller deals, we have more value to add than for larger deals. So yes, we are attached to that. We don't want to get rid of it. It's our turf and we like it.
Do you find that as there is bigger funds coming into the market with more money to deploy, that there is an interesting evolution in the ability for firms like yours to actually exit into a different exit strategy and opportunity, such as secondary deals to other financial investors than there was before? Is that helpful to you?
I think theoretically it's absolutely exact. The number of large PE funds should bring more interest for GPs like us to exit through these type of investors. In practice, we have at Adenia, we've made exits along the last 15 years, essentially with trade sales. Along the appetite of larger and larger PE funds in Africa, you have the appetite of large companies worldwide to come in Africa. And this is for us our priority in terms of exits. We like to talk to these people because basically what we do is that we sell companies as a majority shareholder. We don't sell shares. And selling companies, your priority naturally is a trade sale.
The last question is a hot topic in the mind of most investors who come from outside the continent, indeed from developed markets: currency. How do you feel that the strong dollar has affected the ability of a firm like yours to attract capital into the continent?
So that's a very good question. Obviously, currency is in the mind of everyone, every investor right now. It is true that it's our obsession when we're looking at the target to see what is the best way to mitigate this risk. And basically what it comes back to is that whenever you have a good company with a strong competitive position, who have a pricing power, the ability to increase its prices whenever it's useful, when the dollar is raising or any other external factor, the company has this ability to raise prices. It's a good company. It's the best hedging. So for us, the hedging is about the strengths and the pricing power of the company.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Viviana.